know the Nene song. I'm too old for that shit.
I don't know it either. Too young for that shit.
I forgot how it even goes. Yeah, we're back for another installment. Live, coast to coast.
Literally. That was great.
We're here. The difference in weather between us. I'm in sweater, cap, pants, freezing my ass off, and you're just there sweating to death.
Not necessarily. I got the fan on me, nice and cool breeze. So, not that bad.
Expecting some rain today with a high of 63 degrees. So,
expecting some snow then.
Apparently it snows like an hour away from here. I'm not going to go there. Not yet. But finally some cold. The temperature dropped here so hard, it doesn't get back up until June. So I look forward to dying of cold. My body's not made for this.
Nah, you're used to that.
That tropical, warm humidity. Like when I was in Miami a couple weeks ago, Jesus Christ, was I dying though. Like I'm just sitting there sweating. I'm like, I don't miss this. But we're back.
Miami.
We got some news items.
Yeah.
Another slow week. I mean, games start coming out this week, right? With Fallout and Tomb Raider.
Fallout, Tomb Raider, and then the week after is Battlefront.
Yeah, so
and that's pretty much it. And Just Cause is after Christmas. After Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. First or second week of December. And then we're pretty much done for the year. I think Game of Thrones ends this month too. So
that seems like a little bit of games, right? Compared to
started with, I guess, the hardcore gaming season started in August, right? With Until Dawn maybe kicked it off, and then after that was Metal Gear, right?
I think Metal Gear will probably be more of a kickoff than Until Dawn.
Well, Until Dawn was a hit though. Well, they call it.
But it's not like the holiday season though. Like holiday is now in October, November, and I feel like it hasn't been that intense because I remember previous years where it's like week after week you got a big game coming out.
And well, let's see. The beginning of September was Metal Gear, and I think something else came out in September too, right?
I don't remember. Oh no, I could probably tell you. Let me see my calendar. September.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have all the games. It was just the ones you're interested in, right?
Kind of. September. I mean, you have like Forza Motorsport came out. That's a big game. FIFA came out. That's a big game. Rock Band. I have no idea how that's doing. I have Rock Band twice here. Never mind.
You're excited.
Yeah. And then Halo, Assassin's Creed, and then the game's coming out.
Let's see. Metal Gear. You had Mad Max.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Tony Hawk, Transformers.
Oh, yeah. Game of the year right there. Both of those.
You had the Minecraft Telltale started.
I didn't even know that
Borderlands ended. Yeah, the episode 1 and episode 2 came out within like 2 weeks of each other.
Holy shit! I did not. You just informed me that episode 2 came out.
Yeah, like episode 2 came out like last week. They even said it on Critical Role because
I don't remember.
Some of those people are doing voices in it.
Well, they can say, but they didn't. Like they mentioned it, but I didn't. I just assumed that like the game overall that they're in it, not that episode 1 and 2 came out. It's not a game I'm going to play anyways.
Let's see. Assassin's Creed, Halo 5, Call of Duty just came out,
Call of Duty, I forgot about that.
and then you got Fallout. You got Fallout, Tomb Raider, and Battlefront. That's coming out. But see, the thing is, it was these past 4 or 5 weeks. It was Assassin's Creed, then Call of Duty, and they're not going to release anything the week of Call of Duty.
Halo came out also within that time.
And then Halo just came out. Halo came out before Call of Duty. So Assassin's Creed, Halo, Call of Duty. Then next week we got Fallout and Tomb Raider, and then week after that we got Battlefront. So these past 4 or 5 weeks have been like a big game.
Yeah. I don't know. It still doesn't seem like a lot of games. Maybe because it's a lot of games that I'm not interested in.
Probably, yeah.
I would like to get the Call of Duty. I haven't played Call of Duty in a long time, but $60 for a game I'm only going to play the story mode doesn't seem right. Like not
But
even.
I really
3 hours.
These past Call of Duty's been lasting. Maybe because I just haven't been really like. I think the Call of Duty story is a lot longer than the Halo story. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Because the Call of Duty campaign is way longer than the Halo campaign. Halo campaign is short as hell.
I don't know.
Especially Halo 4.
Halo 4, that was a 6-hour campaign, I think. 6 or 8 hours.
But think about the Call of Duty campaigns. Like, I would pay just for the campaign. Like, I would pay like $40 just for the campaign.
I would too. I don't know about 40.
I would. I think it's worth. I think it's worth at least 40 because just think about you're not getting. It's definitely not a $20 game. Just the amount of effort they put into the story. Like you're playing 1080p, 60 frames per second. The graphics are excellent, and just like the storytelling and the game itself, I think it's worth at least $40 for just the. I don't know. I would pay $40 for it just for the story.
I would pay less than the $60, but
they're charging $60 for last gen versions, and all they have is multiplayer. They don't have a campaign on last gen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're the ones getting ripped off. But this year you have the co-op campaign. Like it's like the first time you can play co-op on a campaign. And you got the zombies.
I think they did it before in World at War, but nobody played that, so technically it could be considered.
It's funny because World at War was the first Call of Duty game I played, and I was like, man, fuck this series because I hate this shit.
I think that was like the first time that they went back to World War II after Modern Warfare. The one and only time that they went back to World War II.
I don't know. I really like the Call of Duty campaigns. That's one thing I really.
Too, but that's the thing. It's like I don't want to pay the $60 for only half a game because I'm not gonna play online. There's no point. But maybe I'll keep an eye on it if it goes on sale. But that's the thing. Call of Duty games never go on sale, right?
Nah, you would have to catch it on a good day.
Yeah.
Or just get it off eBay.
I would like to play that. Are the stories for Black Ops, are they connected?
I believe so, yeah. I know the last Black Ops 2 had like different endings depending on what you did throughout the story, which I didn't even know. And then I got to the end and then I looked it up and apparently I got like the worst possible ending. So I was just doing what the game told me. They were like, kill this guy. I was like, okay. But apparently there was a way you could like shoot him in the knee or something like that, and he wouldn't die, and then that would affect the end of the game. I always said I was going to go back and replay it, but that just never happened. But I like the Black Ops more than I liked
Modern Warfare.
The Modern Warfare.
I've only played the first Black Ops. That was when it first came out, like a long time ago. I would really like to get back into it. Yeah. They're good games. They're good shooters, just not for online. Because fuck that.
Nah, I won't play online.
My thumbs don't have the reflexes that they used to.
The arthritis.
Yeah. Gamer thumbs is what I call them.
You got that. You got the same thing that Clay has in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, Giselle has to inject me with the cortisone so I can play sometimes. And you know what they say? If I can't play, then I lose the presidency.
Presidency of what?
The gaming club that we're part of.
What gaming club?
Are you not aware of the gaming club? Sons of Team Up.
Sons of Team Up. Our 2-member club.
That'll be our children's club.
We got to get some prospects up in here.
Yeah. How are you liking the show?
It's like one of the best shows I ever watched. Besides Chuck. Chuck.
That's like Chuck is on like another level. Like that's a good comedy / action. This is just
I finished. All right, let me tell you what happened to me last night.
All right, hold on. How far are you?
I'm on season 4.
All right, so spoilers up until then.
Yeah, because I don't know what happens after that. But so I'm on season 4. So I've been staying up late, like watching the show. And last night I finished season 3 last night, and it was the one with like his Jax's kid gets kidnapped.
That was so crazy.
And he's trying to.
They took my son.
Yeah, that was the end of season 2. Season 2. And all right, before I continue, one thing that's really good about this show is that every episode, especially the season finales, it like keeps you wanting to watch. Like I feel bad for the people who had to watch this show weekly because I wouldn't be able to do it. Like
right here,
every episode ends with like a setup for the next, so you're just like, God damn it, I gotta keep watching it. But like season 2 ended with him, his with Abel getting kidnapped. Abel's his son, so yeah. Abel gets kidnapped, and then I was like, all right, so I have to continue to see what happens. So season 3 was going, and then they were doing the whole thing where they made it seem like he was gonna be setting himself up to become a rat. So he could protect his crew.
That season, holy
shit. And then like at the end, like from the beginning, I was like, well, I already knew the ATF chick was gonna turn on him at the end.
Yeah,
because at the end it was like that big reveal. She was like, oh yeah, your VP or she probably didn't say VP, but she was like, your VP, sign this off or whatever.
I think she called him the prince because that's what she generally calls him.
Yeah, the prince. Yeah. You're right. So, everyone was pissed off. They're like, I'm going to kill you, whatever. So when they were in the truck and they were driving off, and then they made the big reveal that everyone was in on it from the beginning, I was like, oh my God. Like, I was laying in bed. This was like 11 o'clock at night. I was laying in bed. And then when they started laughing, I had to get up. I had to get up out of bed. I was like, oh no. This entire time they set it up. Like, I was like, damn, now they're going to go to prison. They're going to hate each other. Because all season 2, it was like the big rift between like Jax and Clay because of what happened with Opie's wife.
Right.
So I thought they were going to set that up again. I was like, oh, no, I don't feel like dealing with this again. And then when the big reveal happened, I was like, damn, they did a good job. Like, I had to clap. I was like, this show is so fucking good. Like,
yeah, that last episode, you just see them coming together, and you're like, and then you wonder like why this guy's following him on the bike, like following the truck.
Because before it was, I remember the part where he said, let us know or something when you get the text. Like he was talking to the new prospect guy. Mm-hmm. He was like, let us know when you get the text or whatever. And then you see them, they go and they kill the ATF chick.
Which
and then they set it.
Fucking.
Oh yeah, he was like, get in the car, put your hands on the steering wheel. He was like, I want you to feel how she felt, and I was like,
that's the same gun that was used and everything. Just.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, you're right.
That's why he had her in the front, like on the wheel, and get shot from the back of the head with the same gun and everything.
And then when they sent the text out, he checked his phone when he was on the bike. And then they started honking a horn. I was like, it didn't really click until all of them started laughing. And I was like, wow, this show is so good. So good.
How badass is Opie, though?
Oh, yeah, he's one of my favorites.
This guy looks so fucking dangerous, man.
He's next to Jack.
Oh.
It's that beard and long hair, dog.
Yeah.
It's that beard and long hair. Just like, don't mess with this guy. But another good thing I like about the show is that how they always have each other's back. Like no matter what happens, like one person be like, "All right, I'm gonna go check this out," and they be like, "Okay, I got you." And then they'll follow each other. It's like the family dynamic I really like. But this show is so
I always
good.
like that. It's like, all right, we're just gonna scope out some information. Something happens, Jax kills a guy because he always does. Let's be honest. At the most that he gets out of the crew is like, "Why did you do that?" "I had to." "All right, me and Opie, we're gonna get rid of the body. Jax, you get out of here. We got this taken care of." They're just like, "Why?" "All right, fine. We'll figure it out later."
Yeah, but it was funny because like when the show first started, and every time they'll have like a like the deal will go down where they're like where they're selling the guns, they always got robbed. Always. Like every episode where it was like, okay, they're gonna meet up with these guys, we're gonna sell these guns. Someone shows up, steals the guns. I was like, I hope this isn't a recurring theme here. But yeah, the show is so good.
So season 4.
Yeah, season 4 is you're dealing with
the soundtrack in that show also.
Yeah, I do like when they were in Ireland how they changed the opening theme to like
to the Irish.
Yeah, they remixed the Irish music in. I thought that was a nice touch. But
yeah, the soundtrack is great. Like I put that shit on when I'm just driving around, and I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. Like the covers that they have, so good.
What was I gonna say?
Season 4.
Oh yeah, season 4 right now they're dealing with the cartel, and there's like a rift in the group because they decided that they're gonna start dealing drugs, like the cocaine stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So then there's a whole thing with like they revealed, which I kind of knew from the beginning, but like in the show they revealed that Clay had Jax's dad killed.
Yeah, like they mentioned that the very first.
Yeah, it was like in the first episode that it was
like at the end they kind of like
did that. Yeah, so I already knew that was coming up. But
how far into season 4 are you?
I think I'm like on episode 5 right now.
Has there been a scene where the cartel guy gets shot at by the Russians?
The machete guy?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not yet.
It's not a spoiler or anything, but there's a scene where like he shows up, him and his number 2, he shows up to make like a deal with the Russians at a cabin, and he gets shot at. Pay attention to the guy. The guy is such a boss.
Which guy?
The
machete guy?
Yeah. Like
what's his name? I was trying to think of his name and I just couldn't remember. Even though I could just look it up, but
yeah, I'll look it up. I completely forgot now.
But there was something. Oh yeah, another thing I didn't really. It's not a big negative, but it kind of annoyed me a little bit. Was when Jackson and Tara like first got back together, and like one episode she'll be like, "Okay, I'm down for whatever," you know, and then next episode she's like, "Oh, I'm trying to figure out where my place is." Like she was doubting everything, and I was just like, "Come on." You can't. 1 minute you can't be like this, and then the next minute you're just like, I don't know about this. But now it's like there was episodes where she went full badass. Like when she was in the hospital, when Gemma was talking to her, like, oh, if you're gonna be his old lady, you know, like Jax is the VP, like you need to like demand respect around here. And then with a couple of scenes later, it was like the scene with where she was at work. And like her supervisor kept messing with her, and she like put her in her place.
Oh,
I was like, she like punched her in the face, and I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she has more of those scenes later, like where she has to establish dominance and be like, I'm the lady. There's some scenes with that later on.
Yeah, but like their whole relationship, I'm really like it's definitely not CW. I can tell you that. Like their whole relationship with Jackson and Tara is really good. I'm really enjoying that.
Well, it's also not CW in the fact that like they have the guy that plays Clay. He will never. He's not CW material. Like that motorcycle club. Like
he's too badass for
that. Chibs is such a boss. Holy shit.
Chibs is which one's Chibs?
He's the Scottish one. With the scars.
Yeah, with the scar. Okay, yeah.
The scars are real.
I can tell. It's not makeup. It's definitely not makeup.
He got those from a bar fight back in Scotland. Like a guy jumped him with knives and fucking cut him.
That's why they casted him for that role.
Yeah, I mean, I like how it's in there already, right?
Probably. Sometimes I'll have it on and I'll be doing other stuff. So some of the dialogue I missed, but it's easy to jump back in. Like I pretty much know what's going on. But for a moment there, I thought I thought Jax was gonna get rid of his son. Like when he saw the family, like that whole scene was definitely CW. That whole scene where he's like following the family, and it was like this perfect couple, and they're all happy go lucky, and the music's playing in the background. I was like, oh god, the CW.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. It's like I kind of knew that he was going to get the kid back because Gemma would not allow the kid to leave. Like she is all about family, and if she doesn't have that, she's nothing.
I'm just happy she's not like the Breaking Bad wife.
Yeah.
Because for a moment there, I thought they was going there.
No.
And I was like, oh god, here we go.
And then speaking of establishing dominance, like she's the president's old lady, so like she puts people in their place. In that first season with Cherry, that she just beats her in the face with the skateboard.
Oh yeah. The one which I meant to ask you. So what are the rules when it comes to like being like the whole old lady thing, but you're able to like sleep with other girls? Like how does that work in the show?
I think
they didn't really explain it.
You do it, but not at your club, like not at your church.
They said something about it's allowed like when you're on the road or something like that.
On the road, you're allowed to do it, and it doesn't mean anything, I guess.
But that's only for the men, I'm guessing.
Right. Like the women are in these motorcycle clubs are treated like shit most of the time. But like Tara doesn't allow him to cheat. Like she always tells him, it's like it's just me and you. Like he's not allowed.
Oh yeah, when she put another great scene was the porn star that was trying to get with Jax.
Okay, that's
and like
that's
they showed up at the party, and then like I guess she was like flirting with. This is when they first established the porn business, when they first got into the porn business, and then like I guess she was like flirting with him, and then she was acting very bitchy and stuff, and like Tara got pissed and went to the bathroom. Yeah, and he like goes to check up on her, and they just start having sex, and the girl walks in, and then she like gives her that look, and I was like, that scene was great. Oh man, I'll definitely be rewatching this show later on when I finish. Hopefully, I'm hoping. I have a feeling I know how the show's gonna end. Which, if I'm correct, then it wouldn't be that bad. But I just hope it's not like a bad ending, because then I'll be very disappointed.
Yeah. I'll need to rewatch season 7. It's the one season I haven't seen 50 times.
Yeah, it shows.
At once. But it's really good. Fucking love it.
Definitely. When I start making money, get me one of the motorcycles. Me and you drive cross country.
Oh, like dream.
Take like 2 weeks off from work.
That's my dream right there.
We got to because Ed already has the beard. Ed and Lion already have the beard, so
right.
We got that going. We got to bring in the whole crew, so we're very diverse.
I got the beanie.
There you go.
I got the Opie beanie, and I have a cat.
We gotta get those jackets. Have Team Up on the back.
It's not expensive. I mean, it's just really the matter of the patches, and then just stick it on whatever jacket you want.
Another thing I was gonna say, I like the continuity in the show of how, remember when Jax was gonna go, was what they call it, like nomad.
Yeah.
And he ripped this stuff off. If you look at his jacket now, you could still see the when he stitches it back himself.
Yeah.
You could still see it on the jacket. Like it's still like, it's not like they're perfectly stitched.
Right. Like you'll see that like the new patches also are a lot whiter whenever they put on a new patch on like
on the new members.
On new members, or if like somebody gets a new patch for whatever reason, because the different patches have different meanings.
Yeah, because there's the president, right?
There's president and vice president,
and then it says First Nine, which is like the original people who established it.
So at this
And
point,
then you have
Clay and
the guy with the
what's his name?
with the
Yeah, Opie's
oxygen
dad.
guy.
I forgot his name.
Yeah.
And then they have the
The VC
sergeant at arms is another one, which is the president's
right hand.
So that's
His right hand, right? That's the guy. That's the guy with the hair and the mustache.
yeah, crazy guy. I fucking love that guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember
The
his
guy
name.
who killed the what's his name's wife.
Right. And then they have another one. I can't remember what the patch is, but
It's,
if you killed,
Men of Mayhem.
there you go.
So I think those are
killed,
just like those are probably just like the not the generals, like the soldiers, like the.
No. You get that if you've killed somebody, then you get that patch.
Okay.
And then there's another one. There's like a side one here that's kind of curled up. I forgot what that one means.
I don't think I've seen them.
Yeah,
I probably did
like
see
that.
them, but paying attention.
You'll see. I think Jax has one on his side. I forgot what it's for. But yeah, it's a great show, though. Highly recommend.
Yeah. It's awesome. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to bring up. Nah, it'll come to me later on.
Well, we got some news items here then.
All right, go for it.
All right, these are completely new to me, so I'm gonna just say the headline and then try to scroll through this while you tell me what you've read so far.
All right. At first, let me know which one you're gonna talk about first, so I can open it up.
All right, Fallout 4. Xbox owners may have downloaded incorrect file.
All right, so yeah, I remember reading through this one. So apparently, you know how you could like preload the game?
Yeah.
So apparently, people who preload Fallout 4 on Xbox One, oh my god,
What happened?
their video started playing. So apparently, people who started preloading the game. Let's see. Let me open it up. This is according to. One thing we got to start doing is we got to start. I guess giving our source of where we're getting these articles from.
Oh yeah.
Because I realized that we haven't been doing it, so I was like, that's not very good. So this is from IGN. It says, those who have downloaded the incorrect file. Oh no, hold on. Official form. Bethesda is alerting Xbox One owners who pre-ordered the game on or before October 27th aren't using the instant on power mode that they may have downloaded a placeholder stub file for the game. So you're the programmer guy. What does that mean?
All right, I have no idea. In my mind,
So
it's just a huge file that they have that's empty, I guess. Like, I don't even know why they would have something like that just to...
It says, those who have downloaded this incorrect file will need to delete it and reinstall the correct one. Here's a step-by-step process on how to do so. And then it has the process, navigate to My Games, find title in Games, highlight tab, press the menu on your controller, select Manage Game. In the Manage Game screen, select the storage. It's pretty much showing you how to uninstall the game. So,
Yeah.
So pretty much, if you preloaded this game on Xbox One, you aren't using the instant on power mode, whatever that means.
It's like,
then
you know how the PlayStation, you turn it on and it picks up right where you left off? It's a standby mode, basically.
Okay, standby mode. So if you aren't using that, then you may have downloaded the wrong file. So go ahead and check that out.
Although I'm very curious to know what this file is and why it's even there.
I don't know. I guess it's just a placeholder file. I don't know. It says placeholder stub file.
Yeah, I really don't know like why that would even exist. Like, why would you have something like that and not as opposed to just not having the file?
Maybe they were scared of something getting leaked, I guess.
Because I was reading on the official forums link from the IGN page there that the stub file is about 1 gig in size. So if you downloaded that, that's the stub file. That's not what you're supposed to have downloaded. actual file that you're supposed to download is 25 gigs. So I really don't know. Man, I would love to find out what the fuck that is.
There's only one way. Pre-order the game, download the file.
Deactivate the instant on, and then do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's probably fixed by now. Maybe.
I guess. I mean, especially since it's on the official forums and stuff, it's
It's
doesn't
just gonna
seem like it would be
it's gonna suck if like a lot of people are very hyped for this game. If this game is released and it's completely broken, I feel really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna suck, especially because it's a game that was announced 6 months ago.
Exactly.
So,
Which is how you're supposed to announce games. But
exactly. This takes me back to the good old days of a couple years ago. But this would really suck. I mean, even though the game's probably been in development for years.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this is also like Bethesda saying like, hey, we can still announce a game and then release it 6 months later. It doesn't have to be tease a game and then
tease it some more.
Tease it some more for 2 or 3 years before we get an actual trailer with a 2-year release from that date on. So it's a 5-year process. It's like nobody wants that. So like I hope the game does well. I don't have anything against Fallout or video games in general.
I hope it does well too because the first one.
Not a game that you're right. It would suck for you too. It's like, all right, let's see what all this Fallout's about. Well, I guess Fallout's a broken series.
It's completely broken.
Apparently, you can already create your character stats online.
Yeah, I was looking through it. Like the way how they do the stats is just like D&D. You got strength, charisma, intelligence. Like it's the same stats. And depending on which one you invest in, you get the different perks for it.
Yeah, most RPGs are based off of the same stats.
Not really, because Skyrim wasn't like that. This is like the first game I've seen where it was actually like D&D stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess back in the day it was more like that than RPGs these days try to create their own stuff. But isn't it at the end just it falls within the same thing? Because I don't remember Skyrim stats, what they were. But I remember, wasn't it like strength, dexterity, and all that stuff? Although you don't really need charisma because you're not really talking that much to people, I guess.
But yeah, so that was it for Fallout. Looking forward to it. Hopefully, I'll enjoy it. Seeing it, like on the track record of this year, like Witcher 3, first one I played, I enjoyed it. Metal Gear, first one I played, I enjoyed it. So hopefully this just continues the good track that's been going with me playing the first time playing like this game in this series and enjoying it. So we'll see.
Yeah, it comes out this Tuesday, right? The 11th.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So
the 10th.
The 10th. Yeah. So by the time
I just feel bad. I'd feel bad for Tomb Raider because Tomb Raider.
I guess they knew what they were doing. Plus the fact that it's an Xbox exclusive, that's already a huge number that's not being sold.
Yeah, I gotta wait a year. Gotta wait a year for PlayStation. But I'm saying like, but I was listening to the Kind of Funny podcast, and they had like the guy who was like the head marketing guy in charge of Xbox.
Yeah,
they were like talking to him, and then Colin brought up, he was like, so you're releasing this game. It's a 1 year exclusive, but you're releasing on the same day as Fallout. And the guy was like, well, he pretty much said, yeah, like if we released it a week before, they would have to compete with Call of Duty. If they released it a week after, they would have to compete with Battlefront. If they released it 2 weeks before, they got to compete with Halo. 3 weeks before, Assassin's Creed. So the only time they would have to release it is like if they release it like in October or like late December, which is probably wouldn't be good.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I mean, that was their call to make, so I don't really care. I'll get that game eventually. Hopefully, it'll go on sale.
I'll get that game next year. when it comes out for PS4, because that'll be the only time I'll be able to get it.
That's who we got
it for that.
Movie based on The Witcher planned for 2017. Another IGN article.
The main reason why I had this in there is because 2017 looks like it's gonna be year 2 of the nerd.
Right.
A lot of movies are coming out in 2017. You got Power Rangers kicking off the year in January.
Yeah, it's movies and TV shows.
What TV is coming out in 2017?
Who the fuck knows? Like we talked about it a couple episodes ago. I just don't remember what they are right now, but there's a lot coming out. But is this still planned, or is this already confirmed? That
I think Call of Duty. I forgot to add that too. Activision, they just opened up a movie studio, so they're gonna start doing the Call of Duty series. And I think the first one is in 2017 as well. So there you go.
Jesus, man.
But I don't know. They might, because all right. Here's the thing with The Witcher. The Witcher started off. It's a Polish book. Like it started off as a book, and then the games are not in continuity with the books. Like they take elements from the books that story, like the characters and stuff, but they're not like official continuity because the games are so player it's an RPG, so it's like player choice driven. So no matter what you do in the book, there's like no canon ending. So I would guess that if they do these movies, they might just base them off the books themselves rather than basing them off the games. Because in the games, it's like, there's so many different outcomes that they wouldn't like, no matter what you pick as canon for the movies, you're going to piss somebody off.
Yeah, I mean, these days you can't please anybody.
Yeah. So if they base them off the books or loosely base them off the books, whatever term they want to use, then that'll probably be better for them. But all I know is there's going to be a lot of sex. It's going to be rated adult.
Oh yeah.
So there you go.
Well, the article here says that the full-length feature films will focus on Geralt, or Geralt, I've heard it both ways, the main character of The Witcher and novels from the games, and will be based on themes from the short stories The Witcher and Lesser Evil. Lesser Evil details how Geralt came to be known as the Butcher of Geralt?
Yeah.
Butcher of Blaviken.
Okay.
So it's going to be, I guess, based off the books / short stories.
I still got to read the books. Definitely want to get into that. People have their Game of Thrones. I'll read The Witcher. I always got to go for the non-popular stuff.
Witcher, like 2 books?
Nah, it's a bunch of books.
Is it? I thought it was like 2 or 3 books.
Nah, I'll look it up.
Gonna read the original Polish versions?
Oh yeah, got to brush up on that. That's another thing. What was the other things you said? My Norse. I gotta read.
Your Norse,
Japanese,
God.
My Norse, and now Polish.
You're slacking on me.
Let's see. But a lot of them aren't translated in English anyway. So let me see.
That sucks. I would assume that they would be. I mean, it's a pretty big.
So you got The Witcher stories. You got Sword of Destiny. This is not in order. I'm just going by what it says on Wikipedia. Mm-hmm. Sword of Destiny, The Last Wish.
I think these are in order.
Blood of Elves. Wait. Oh yeah, they're in order of release, but the English release is not in order.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Jesus Christ.
Blood of Elves, Time of Contempt, Baptism of Fire, The Swallow's Tower, Lady of the Lake, and then Season of Storm. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8 books.
So you could probably tell that these books became popular after the Witcher games because most of these translations are recent, and it's been 1 a year.
Yeah, the first one translated in 2007.
20 years after release of the book. That sucks.
It's just one of those things that's, the game comes out, becomes popular, and they're like, we can make money off this, and they just started translating it. That's pretty much what I'm guessing happened. Looking at it, the one you got one that's being released in 2017.
Yeah.
So.
And then I'm guessing that is the author still alive, still writing these books? Probably.
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean the last book came out what 20. Go back.
Last book came out in 1999.
1999. Well, they got a standalone novel.
Oh, 2013.
A midquel set between the stories and The Last Wish. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Witcher lore. Like, just playing. I played through Witcher 3 times. So that's like 500 hours of my life gone. And that's between May when it came out and my last playthrough ended in August. So there you go. I had a great summer. But yeah, I really enjoy the Witcher lore. I really enjoy the characters. So we'll see what happens.
And the last piece of news, I don't know if this is really news that you put here. Destiny player loses key match in the worst way possible.
Oh yeah, I threw it in there because it's a video. There's a video on the link if you click on it. I think it's about it's a minute and a half long. So before you watch it, just for some context, it's there's this multiplayer mode called Trials of Osiris, where it's like it's a 3-on-3, and like you're like the gear you're wearing actually has like a you know how when you play like regular Crucible, like everything's like not balanced, but like everything is like averaged out. But in this one, it's depends on what your gear you're wearing. Depends if you win or you get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, it uses the actual stats from the single.
Yeah. So there's this thing where if you get I think if you get an 8-0, no, if you get a 9-0, like 9 wins, 0 losses, you get to go to like this special tower area, whatever, for your victory. So these people that were playing, they were on an 8-0 run. And then the guy was like, okay, we're winning right now. We only have like 30 seconds left. I'm just going to wait it out. Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, I'm watching as you're talking.
He's like, okay, I'm just going to wait it out. And as he's waiting out, the worst possible thing happens to him. Did you finish it?
Yeah, I just finished it.
Yeah. So his controller dies. And then he was the last person on the team alive. His controller dies, and then he dies. And I was just like, no way. What luck.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny, so I just threw it in there.
The amount of times that's happened to me. Not the 8-0 part, but it's like shit's getting crazy. Controller dies. I'm like, why?
How can this happen to me? Yeah, but yeah, so that's pretty much for news stuff. I don't know. News.
Anything else you want to throw out to the world this week? Any wisdom? Words of wisdom.
Not really. Are you caught up on TV?
Yeah.
I am not caught up on. Well, Arrow and Flash, yeah, but Agents of Shield, and I started watching last week's Agents of Shield, and I got like 10 minutes in, and I realized the whole episode was going to be on that planet, and I was like, I don't feel like watching this right now. So
that was a good episode, though.
Yeah, I have a feeling it is a good episode, but I'd rather just watch Sons of Anarchy.
Down with that. I found the Last Wish book on Amazon. Not a bad price.
Yeah,
Hardcover.
$500.
Yeah.
But you can get it cheaper, or I can just get the. I think they reprinted it, so
500
yeah,
bucks. It's not even free shipping. What kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah,
it's un-American. That is.
And it's used. Yeah, but the mass market book is $7. So I just get that one.
Yeah. Throw it on my list of shit to read. See how that goes.
Yeah. It's definitely, the lore of The Witcher is really good. Like one of the things about it is like, if once you become a Witcher, you're immune to all diseases and you're sterile. So this guy can just go out and bang any chick he wants. He doesn't have to worry about any disease, and he doesn't have to worry about babies.
Which is
and on top of that,
diseases.
the thing about him, the thing about him is like he has a not a record, but he's known to get around with a lot of sorceresses.
Yeah,
and sorceresses are also sterile. So there you go. It's like this guy's like the luckiest guy in the world. But then he gets the Witcher mutation wipes him of all emotion. So, which I'm kind of confused because he does kind of show emotion to some of the characters, but
that's the thing though, is that it doesn't matter. Like everything that's no emotion, they still have emotion. Like you read Guardians of the Galaxy, nope. You read Green Lanterns. And the Guardians are supposed to be emotionless creatures, yet they're always angry. They're always pissed off at something. It's like, that's an emotion, people. You aren't emotionless. Like it's hard.
I guess when they say no emotion, it's just in like their facial expression. Like they just have that.
Just stoic.
Yeah, just that blank face of like you're talking to them. You don't know if they're happy, sad.
Yeah. So I'll give it a shot. I mean, these books are probably easy to read as well.
Oh yeah, most likely.
Yeah, I got a huge list. What else we got for the agenda?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, how long have we been recording for?
I have no idea.
Nice. That's how we do it.
That's what I pay you for. Come on.
I don't get paid. All right. So I guess we can call it.
Yeah.
Episode 36? 7.
6.
36.
We're getting there.
Soon. Very soon. We'll let everybody know when we do get there.
Eventually.
But soon.
Soon. You gotta give that soon face.
People, click all the links around our video. Do what you gotta do. Join us next week.